Hello people, in this video we want to look at corneal edema. So edema of cornea. You know what cornea is, right? So this is cornea and this is becoming edematous. So it is absorbing water and it has become nice and thick. So what will happen when it becomes like that? There will be reduced vision, right? So we are looking at corneal edema. So there will be decrease in the corneal transparency. Corneal transparency can decrease because of many reasons. Corneal edema is one of them. Then you have corneal opacities, vascularization of cornea, dryness of cornea, depositions on cornea, inflammation of cornea, right? Corneal degeneration, dystrophies of cornea. So many reasons are there for the cornea to lose its transparency. Here we are going to look at the causes of corneal edema, treatment of that, etc. So you have understood why cornea can become, can lose its transparency. In that, one of them is corneal edema. So corneal edema, let us look at this. The normal water content of cornea is 78%. So edema, how are they defining? Here they are saying whenever the hydration becomes above 78%, they are calling it as corneal edema. Basically, what and all keeps the water in the cornea and whatever removes the water out of the cornea. These two, if you know, you can understand that some balance will get lost. Let us see what keeps the water in the cornea. The intraocular pressure, right? So if the intraocular pressure, so there is water here, right, in the aqueous chamber. If this pressure is good enough, then the cornea is taking the water. What else are they saying? That's it. They're telling intraocular pressure and swelling pressure of the stromal matrix. So you can remember that much, okay? Stroma means what? Here you have the cornea. So here you have the epithelium and here you have the endothelium and some membranes. Between all those membranes, you have what is called as a stroma. So here you have the stroma of the cornea. So this is the cornea layers, histology. So what is helping the water come in? The intraocular pressure. So if the intraocular pressure becomes more, it will push more water into the cornea and cornea will become edematous. What pulls the water out of cornea? So active pumping action of the endothelium, right? So main pump here, pumping out is endothelium. Endothelium pumps it out. Where? Into what? Into the aqueous humor. It pumps out the water, the endothelium. So the endothelium is going to maintain the transparency. Also, the epithelium and endothelium, you can see how they are sitting on either side, right? So they are going to form mechanical barriers. Mechanical barriers for what? For all this water movement, you can see. So basically, you have to focus here on what? What is bringing the water in? It is the intraocular pressure. What is removing the water out? Mainly, you can remember endothelium. Okay. So did you get the percentage? It is 78%. Okay. Now let us look at the causes of corneal edema. So what are the causes? So you already saw raised intraocular pressure, right? And other than this raised intraocular pressure, right? Other than this intraocular pressure raised, what are the other things they are talking about? Just see here, okay? Everywhere they are just blaming some injury, trauma, injury, burns, injury, such things only they are blaming, okay? Otherwise, what are they blaming? You can see here, inflammation, infection, and something here called as Fuchs dystrophy. So basically, they are telling that what and all should be damaged, endothelium or epithelium, right? So the causes of corneal edema, what and all we saw, causes of corneal edema, we saw one is intraocular pressure being raised, right? The other thing is either endothelium has issue, or the epithelium has issue. Now let us look at endothelial damage. So here they are saying some birth trauma, forceps delivery, surgical trauma during an intraocular operation, they are damaging the endothelium. Contusion injury, some kind of a trauma there. Penetrating injury, so somebody has hurt their eye, they have damaged their endothelium. Then Fuchs dystrophy, what is this? So here what they are saying is the endothelial cells are dying off. Then some congenital hereditary endothelial dystrophy, some problem, something is affecting the endothelium. posterior polymorphous dystrophy, all the dystrophies you can mention, okay. Then endothelial damage secondary to inflammations. Because of some other place something is happening, the endothelium is getting damaged here, like uveitis, endophthalmitis, and corneal graft infection. That means somebody got a corneal transplant, is it, and that got infected? Okay. We are dealing with the causes of corneal edema. So we already looked at the main things, intraocular pressure, the other one is endothelial damage. Now let us look at epithelial damage, because injury, burn, and they have just generally mentioned inflammation, infection. Have you seen any infection of the cornea where epithelium is damaged? You saw herpes, right? Herpes we saw. Mainly we have seen herpes, right? Maybe there are a lot of other causes. So what are the causes of corneal edema? Raised intraocular pressure. So many things you can write for raised intraocular pressure. The causes for that itself you can write. Then endothelial damage. Then epithelial damage. Okay. Now let's move on. Clinical features of what? Of corneal edema. So initially what will be there? Stromal haze. You know what stroma is, right? So initially stromal haze, that will cause reduced vision. Then in long-standing cases, there will be chronic endothelial failure. Example in Fuchs dystrophy, obviously the endothelial cells are dying. That's what we read, right? So there is permanent edema. Okay. So there will be epithelial vesicles and bullae formation. That is called as bullous keratopathy. So epithelial vesicles and bullous keratopathy. Bullae formation. So this person will have what? In the long-standing cases, they'll have marked loss of vision, not just reduced vision. Here they are saying marked loss of vision. Pain will be there, discomfort, photophobia, mainly because of the rupture of this bullae. Wow. So something is rupturing like balloons here. So that is it about the clinical features. Let's summarize the clinical features of corneal edema. Initially what will happen? He will have stromal haze and that will lead to reduced vision. Long-standing cases like in Fuchs dystrophy, etc., there will be permanent edema and the epithelium will have some vesicles and there will be bullous keratopathy. These will burst and all they are saying. And then this person will have pain, photophobia. What else did they say? Discomfort, same thing, pain, discomfort, photophobia, marked loss of vision. This is something that is important. Marked loss of vision. And here what is happening? The bullae are rupturing. Let's look at the treatment. Guys, you will treat the cause. So whatever the causes, first treat that. Like if it is glaucoma, treat it. And if there is inflammation, then you will treat the inflammation. Infection, you will treat the infection. Now, dehydration of cornea. This is something like really strange. They're saying the cornea has more water, dry it. How do you dry it? They're saying use hot forced air from a hairdryer. That's really strange. Then they're using hypertonic agents like 5% sodium chloride drops. That's nothing but saline, right? But here it is a hypertonic agent. 5% sodium chloride drops or ointment or anything you can use, or anhydrates glycerin. So anhydrous. So when it is anhydrous, it will remove the extra water, is it? Anhydrous glycerin may provide sufficient dehydrating effect. That's all they want to do. They want to dehydrate the cornea. Then they are saying take soft contact lens, therapeutic soft contact lens, so that bullous keratopathy, all that bursting, maybe they can avoid the discomfort from the bullous keratopathy. That's what we are saying. Penetrating keratoplasty. What is this? So basically they are planning a corneal transplant because cornea is totally edemated and they are not able to repair it. So they are saying for long-standing cases of corneal edema, non-responsive to conservative therapy, just you can think of penetrating keratoplasty. That means all the layers of the cornea are getting replaced. All. That's why it's penetrating, full thickness. So that's it about corneal edema. Just see here, we'll ask you a question. Let's see if you can answer. Enumerate the causes of increased corneal thickness, corneal edema. I think this is, you should not write just like this, right? IOP, endothelial damage, all that you should write. Epithelial damage, everything you write, okay? Fuchs dystrophy, all those technical terms also you should write. Quick recap, we started off with corneal edema. We looked at that it is going to affect the transparency. Water content normal is 78. If it becomes more, then it is called corneal edema. Causes can be raised intraocular pressure, endothelial damage, epithelial damage, inflammation, infection, injury, trauma, burn, all that you will write. Dystrophies you will write. Clinical features, initially they will have reduced vision, stromal haze. Long-standing cases they will have permanent edema with epithelial vesicles, bullae formation, bullous keratopathy. There will be marked loss of vision, pain, discomfort, photophobia because of this periodic rupture of bullae, which sounds really crazy, right? Something rupturing in your eye. Treatment, you will treat the cause, treat the raised intraocular pressure, treat the inflammation, treat the infection, treat the trauma, the burn, the injury. Dehydrate it with 5% sodium chloride, that's hypertonic, or you can give anhydrous glycerine. Anhydrous glycerine. Hot forced air from hair dryer. This sounds scary, guys. Don't try too much of it. And this sounds really like there's too much force in it. And therapeutic soft contact lens to prevent or get relief from the discomfort of bullous keratopathy. Penetrating keratoplasty, where nothing is working, you replace the cornea. That's all for now in this video on corneal edema. See you in the next video. Bye bye.